Eric went to the theaters over the weekend. For what did you see? Did you see Dracula, vampires on a ship? What is it?
Yes,
what is this movie?
Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Okay.
It's basically based off of chapter 7 of Bram Stoker's Dracula. I'm not sure how many pages it is. The chapter is very short, and they just kind of it's short and it's not very detailed. Apparently, Andre Overdahl decided, hey, we're just going to take this little slice of Dracula and make a full, kind of expand it out and make a full movie of it. Let's see what happened on the Demeter. And
Wait, Eric, are you a Overdahl fan? I'm looking at his IMDb. It seems like he's like troll. I'm looking at like Troll Hunter, The Autopsy of Jane Doe, and Immortal. I don't know about Scary.
I thought I saw Autopsy of Jane Doe, but I think I'm confusing that with the the Exorcism of Emily Rose. Mm-hmm. Is that the one where she's like possessed and then it becomes a courtroom drama?
No, Autopsy of Jane Doe is I can't remember his name now.
So the one
Speed Racer and the dude from Succession, I believe, and they're cutting up the corpse, and they're finding out mysteries as they cut up the corpse. It's very
okay. I didn't see that, but I get that, and so I must be thinking of the Exorcism of Emily Rosen.
Okay,
because I get the titles mixed up. But either way, no, this one I've been seeing people online that's not doing very well at the box office. People are not liking it, but I did. I love the hell out of this movie. I love the concept of, hey, we're going to take because the book Dracula is basically just written in notes back and forth and logs and journals and so on and so forth. I like the idea of just like taking little bits of it, little interesting bits, and kind of expanding it into a full movie. Like they try to do the Dark Universe or whatever. We're going to take Dracula and Frankenstein and Invisible Man and mash them up and make a Marvel universe. Like Bram Stoker's Dracula is already there. It kind of works as an anthology anyway. So just taking like little bits and then just kind of expanding them out is a pretty great idea. And I thought this was really good.
Hey, and it stars Corey Hawkins from Survive, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And Anderson's buddy, the Small Chin.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah. Plus vampires.
Eric, where is the divide? You said some people or a lot of people did not enjoy The Last Voyage of, how would you say, Demeter or Demeter?
Demeter. I'm going by the audiobook because the guy reading the audiobooks is a kid, but a lot of people say Demeter. I did up until I heard the audiobook, so I'm like, I guess that's how you say it.
So what did you see that other people did not, as far as that divide between the reactions? You're positive and they're negative.
I think, well, for one, I'm already in the bag for vampire movies. And much like I am for like courtroom dramas, it's like someone could watch like Trial of Chicago 7. This movie sucks. I'm like, that's catnip for me. Same deal with vampires. And this one had kind of like the old gothic, kind of reminded me of like maybe like a Guillermo del Toro type movie. Kind of had that kind of flavor to it, the gothic flavor. And it wasn't, when it gets towards the end is like when Dracula really starts going nuts, and by the way, his creature design, he's like just this giant bat looking thing, looks awesome. But towards the end is when it starts getting really bloody and like really violent. But everything leading up to it is just kind of like, maybe it went slow for people, I don't know, but I got like a sense of dread because I know, and like I'm already familiar with the story. So everyone that goes on that boat, I'm like, yep, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're all dead. Every last one of you. You got a little kid. Oh, maybe the kid was. And
Eric, that is a several 100-year spoiler you're throwing down right now.
Yeah. But well, actually not exactly, because so there are a couple changes to the ending that is different than the book. One of the biggest endings is in the book. You got the captain and he says like first met, like no one really has names and they just kind of disappear and no one really knows why. This one, they're like, well, first mate disappeared. Let's create a scene to show what Dracula may have done to him that they, left out of the book. So there's a lot of that. Maybe people are not happy about it, but I mean, this is an adaptation. And I think if you're going to do an adaptation, especially if like, I don't know how many pages this chapter is, maybe 5, 10, something like that. Like that's not enough for a movie, but there's like so much like in the book, there's so much that it kind of alludes to and doesn't explicitly say. So it was cool that they were able to kind of pull ideas and scenes and create scenes out of that.
Well, let's get Bruce Purkey to the theaters this weekend to go see The Last Voyage of the Demeter, because a couple things. Stars, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I apologize. Stars Aisling Franciosi, and she was the lead in The Nightingale. Bruce, she was the lead in The Nightingale. Love that movie. Did you see The Nightingale, Eric Holmes? You would love The Nightingale.
Don't think so.
Okay,
I don't think so.
It's a great movie.
You would
and
know if you saw it. You would remember.
I got old man brains though. I forgot that I interviewed someone.
That's by Kent, the Babadook director.
Yeah,
but it's not like the Babadook. Okay. I don't think you like the Babadook.
No, I didn't really like the Babadook. I should probably revisit that because like sometimes there's like movies where it's like I don't like it, but everyone else does, and then you go back and revisit it, and like, all right, maybe I was in a bad mood or something. Who knows?
Yeah, but yeah, just kind of like how me and Bruce were championing like about a couple years ago. We were saying how great Don't Look Up was, got nominated for Best Picture.
Exactly, and I finally came around. I finally came around on it.
Okay, so that was the joke, folks. Eric Holmes is a huge champion of that film. Speaking of champions, it stars this movie also stars Woody Norman. I'm looking at IMDb. He plays Toby. Woody Norman is a young kid. You saw him recently, Bruce, in that masterpiece called Cobweb. So that if that doesn't get you out to the theaters, then no. Okay.
That's the same
comments from Bruce on Cobweb. Yeah, you know what? Bruce is doing this radio silence on Cobweb whenever I throw Cobweb on it.
Okay,
he just goes silent. This is not good. This is not good.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, okay, go down in the comments. Or if you're on CinemAddicts Facebook page, this is a serious question. I'm not giving you shit. Crap, this family show.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I love Last Voyage of the Demeter, and people hate it. But I hated Cobweb, and people love it. And there's a disconnect between me and like the general consensus with these type of movies. I don't quite know what it is, but if you can explain it to me, please do. I'm happy to be wrong, but I can't help it. I love Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Thank you, Eric Holmes. What is your rating on the Last Voyage or the Last Voyage of the Demeter? What is your?
I'm giving it 4 stars now. This could go up. Okay. I'm wondering if like in 15 years, if like, you know, because this movie's getting kind of panned right now. I wonder if in 15 years people will rediscover and go, you know, why did people hate that? That movie was rad, but maybe not. I don't know.